Hey guys, today I'm bringing you just a quick photography tutorial in Grand Theft Auto. So what we're doing here is we're just taking a picture of Mr. Mayo's car. So what we've done is we've parked it up in a nice spot. There's some cool stuff around. You can frame it up however you want. I've done it at daylight because I prefer daylight shots over nighttime shots. I find them a bit easier. So what you're going to want to do is start recording your game by holding down on your D-pad and then pressing A to start recording. Or I believe it's F1 on keyboard, not 100% sure. Now what you're doing is you're recording the entire scene. You're doing everything. So currently we've essentially got a picture of the car ready to edit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Mr. Mayo to go and stand over there by his car. He's going to run over there. So there we have Mr. Mayo by his car. So that's great. We've got our recording. I'm going to stand a bit further back just to make sure I'm not in the shot. See, that's saved. So that will have saved one clip. I'm just going to go further away just so the second clip is fine. And then what we'll do is we'll go into the editor. So to get into the editor, we need to go to online. You need to leave GTA Online, go into single player. Once you're in single player, you can go ahead and open the menu, tab across to the Rockstar editor and open that up, and then create a new project. So once you've got your new project, you add your clip, and you'll see in here you've got your two clips. You see by the thumbnails, these are ones. This one clearly is a different time. So we'll open up the first one, we'll jump into it, and then you'll edit that clip. Once you're in the clip, you can scroll along the bottom, and you can see it's recorded your gameplay from your basic camera perspective, and you can see so there's Mr. Mayo walking along there. So we'll back up to here because we don't want anyone else in it. See those guys in the background? We'll have them eating their sandwiches simultaneously. So they're over there eating their sandwiches. We'll click on cameras, change it from game to free camera, then go edit camera. So what we can do now is we can move it. We can get certain shots like this, like that, etc. So what I like to do is zoom out and then use the zoom in function, which is C is zoom in, Z is zoom out. And you can also roll the camera with the arrow keys like so, but I tend to not use that function. Oh, up and down on Q and E. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to get a nice angle. There you go, we'll get that red cube in it. I think that's cool. There we go. Then what I like to do once I've got it all framed up is I'll press escape. I'll press escape again and I'll go to effects. Now you can do filters and you can change it to look funky and strange. What I like to do is just fiddle with these. So we'll go with some saturation, some contrast, some brightness. You can fiddle with it however you want. So basically just going over these, saturation is how much color is in the shot. You see it gets more colorful like this. As I go up to 100 it gets a bit overwhelming, and if I go down you see it loses all color, it becomes black and white. So I'm just going to be very subtle with this one because it is already a very colorful scene. I'm going to go to sort of a 6 or a 7. Contrast, we'll whack it all the way up. You can see what it does. It increases the contrast between colors and it looks very sort of, again, in your face. And again, if we drop the contrast all the way down, it does the complete opposite and it sort of grays everything else. All the colors are similar. So what I like to do is I'll pop the contrast up a little bit, which tends to, it looks like it increases the brightness. So then to counter that, I'll drop the brightness down. It looks quite nice. Vignette, it's not pronounced vignette, it's vignette, I believe. Basically what that means is fading in from the sides of your image. So if we up this, I'll do it quickly and you'll see it will create like a circle which goes to the middle, and it does that. Again, not going to go crazy on this, maybe like a 30. So you're thinking, okay, great, we've got this picture, but how do we get it out of the program? So if you press H on your keyboard, completely clears everything. So what I'm going to do now is move the mouse all the way here in the bottom right. Wait for that notification to disappear. And then you can press print screen and that will take a picture of what's on your screen currently. Now I have more than one screen, so because I'm in the Grand Theft Auto application, I can press Alt and print screen and it will just take a picture of the application I'm using. So what I'll do then is I will tab out and go to Paint. And once I'm in Paint here, you can just shrink this down to however you want, it doesn't matter. And then paste with Control V, and there you have your image. So then File, save it as, and you're good to go. So what we will do just to demonstrate how else you can do this, I'll save this off. And then we'll go back into the game here. So, you know, remember I got Mr. Mayo to come and stand near it. So what you can do is you follow it and you see he's walking in there, gets to there. And so what I can do is back out of this filter option, go back to cameras, click on edit camera and change it. So we've then got Mr. Mayo in there. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit like this. We'll just go like that. Then we've got him in it, we've got the cube in it. It's a little bit funny. So what we'll do now, and I should have done this in the last one, I completely forgot, is I've got a depth of field option. To use this option, you have to have it enabled whilst you're playing in the game. So I'm going to click on depth of field, change it to custom, change it to manual. Then what I like to do is put the intensity all the way to 100%. You'll see what this does when I do it. And this is the focal distance. If I bring this back again, it'll be more clear. So can you see now that his hand is in focus and his face is in focus, but the car isn't, and this bit of the wheel is here, and then the bit of the front. So your distance is how close to the camera is in focus, and your intensity is how small that gap is. So you see it's only got his foot in it now, whereas if we go like this, we go a bit bigger, it's now got the foot, the wheel, the car, just by lowering that intensity. So we'll keep it around 50%, which looks nice. I like to make sure I've got sort of the foremost features of the car in focus, and now that we've got that, you can see he's not in focus anymore, neither's most of the car, so we'll drop the intensity down, which will give us a bit of a wider scope, and then we can push it forwards a touch, just so that we can see this is still being defined, because this is our closest point to the camera, and this guy's now a bit blurred out. Again, I'll press H, print screen it, open up paint, and then what I'm going to do is just replace that like so, and then save it again. So there we have it. That is the basics of how to take nice pictures within the Rockstar editor within GTA. You have complete creative freedom within this. You know, you could take a picture of this bloke here. You could, I don't know, there's me, there's my car in the background. You can get whatever you want, take a picture of it, and then you don't have to paste it into Paint. You can paste it directly into the Discord, assuming you're in the Discord club, link in description. Or you can, it's just a copy and paste, same as anything else. Oh, that's another point. So you have a limit of how far your camera can go away from your character. So try and get your character roughly where you want the camera to be, and then you'll definitely be within the limit. There are mods which you can use to get around that limit, which I do use for making videos, which I'll go into in another video. But for now, yeah, that's how you take pictures. I hope you enjoyed and I hope it was useful. Goodbye.